What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today we are back in Stranded Deep. So go ahead, take a seat, and get ready to watch the madness unfold. So I spawned back on the island like I did last time, and I need to find a few more resources because on my island, I kind of want it to stay pretty. I don't want to get rid of all of the trees. I want my island to look good. So I need to find resources somewhere else. So I go ahead and look around and see if I can find another island. And I spot one that looks to have 1 or 2 shipwrecks that wasn't too far away. So first thing I did, I emptied the crates I had with me and decided to head out. So slowly I made my way over to the island. Once I reached the shore of the island, I found an abandoned house of a little trespasser. So yeah, I've claimed the entire map. Who's gonna stop me? It's not gonna be you, is it? Nothing's gonna stop me. It's mine now. So when I walked up to his house, I found his skeleton. Poor guy. Deserved it for trespassing, but still. He also had Wally next to him, so this is mine now. On the way across the island, I met a big crab. Now because he was also trespassing, I made sure he couldn't walk anymore, and I decided to release him back into the ocean. Now as I walked around the island, I noticed there's like 7 shipwrecks on this island. So you already know I'm hitting up all of them to see what they have. Now because I already have a bunch of containers, I don't really need to take them from the ships, so I just open them up, take the resources, and head back. So my goal was, once I reached the island, to just take all of the trees and rocks and like tarps and stuff like that. But eventually a couple things change. So after a while, I finally get the resources from the ships. Like genuinely, because there are so many shipwrecks around this area, there was like 8. Like, there was more than I actually thought. There should be an entire village of people just on this island. And they're gone. And that's when it hit me. When I was, like, going around in the boats, I saw a lot of sharks. There was, like, 3 or 4 of them. So that's when I had an amazing idea. It must have been the sharks on this island that killed everyone. So now it's time for me to avenge all of these fallen people. Now, first thing I did to extract my revenge was to make a bunch of crude spears. So thanks to completely very willing, I can't express how willing these pine saplings were to donate some sticks to me, I was able to create quite the supply of weapons. Now, one quick note from me, as this video progresses, I find new ways and strategies of fighting the sharks in passive mode. So one thing in passive mode, if you don't know, this was in passive mode because, you know, I have to find different ways of fighting these sharks because what they'll do is that when I'll like hit them once, they'll just swim away from me. That's literally what they do in passive mode. They don't do anything. They just swim away from you. So I had to find new ways of tracking down these sharks so I could like continuously damage them. So at the beginning of my hunt, I thought they would just kind of swim up to me. So I put myself in the water as bait. And this did not work. I would spend about 20-ish minutes just swimming around to find a shark. And when I finally did, I hit him maybe 1 time. So fast forward a little bit, I was able to meet around 3 sharks on this island. And these sharks are the hammerhead shark. This shark has a hammer for its head, so I want it dead. Next up on the roster is the tiger shark. This shark has a striking resemblance to the great white shark, and I don't like posers, so I want it dead. Now the final shark is kind of like a side character because he only shows up like 3 times and then just dips. So the third shark is just another tiger shark. Now that I introduced these characters, let's get back to my strategy. The first plan I had was to use myself as bait, which kind of worked for a little bit, and then I realized it was extremely slow. So when a shark would swim up to me, I would spear it and just have to watch it swim away. Okay, now before I show you the more successful strategy, I need to show you my reaction to having this whale shark swim up to me. I'm telling you, this terrified me. What is that? No, what is that? What is, dude? Okay. So after he scared me a little bit, I decided it was best to just kind of go back to my island and build a small shelter to save my game. Now, as soon as the sun rose, I looked at my raft and I decided that there's actually something better I could do. One thing I could do was kind of just throw my raft out into the middle of the ocean, climb on and spear the shark and just watch where it goes so I don't have to swim which is comparatively a lot slower. Now, it turns out that this actually does work. You can see here that when I spear the shark, it only swims to that side of the island. So I just go there and try it again. Now, one side effect that I really wasn't planning was that when I would wait for a shark to appear, another one would just kind of swim up to me. So after a while of just pumping the sharks full of wood, the hammerhead was the first to go. Once I killed it, I dragged its corpse back to my island and just placed them there to admire. So now that I had killed my first shark, I realized I would be spending a lot of time on this island. So I began to collect some materials I needed to make a water still, which would be crucial if I wanted to stay here. The water still would give me drinkable water in exchange for green leaves, and that is a trade I can make. And why would you have one when you could make two? So two it is. And now that I'm able to stay here longer, I can continue hunting. One thing I noticed that really did help me hunt down the tiger shark was trying to make sure that when I speared him, the spear was facing straight up. So it kind of looked like a buoy was following the shark, so it was so much easier to track him. Now, after an entire stranded deep day later, I knew the tiger shark was defeated when it slowly approached me, inches away from my face, begging for the last blow. Now, I only gave it to him because he asked nicely. If he didn't, I would have made sure he sat there and suffered with 8 spears in his body. Once back in my home away from home, I placed the two sharks next to each other just for a little family photo. I guess the guys must not have been the most pleased with how I killed an innocent grouper for a thumbnail I definitely did not use. They threw a storm at me. Okay, so one thing I definitely was not expecting from this game was that the waves during the storm like genuinely start throwing me around. Like, I thought my raft was actually going to sink. So, for the first time in this playthrough, I'm not very proud of it, but I decided I would get some sleep. And sleep I did. When I woke up, I greeted my new family members. Yes, this is my family now. And headed out to find the newest member. And I'm recording this monologue now, but the last shark at least took me half an hour just to kill him. This is the most suicidal I've been in my entire life. Now, I'm just sitting here waiting for this shark to come by and, oh, might want to fix that. And once that little, issue I had got fixed, I finally was able to add the newest member to my family. Now, finally, after entire hours of paddling in the ocean, just waiting for something to come up to me, I finally had the 3 sharks I wanted. But then something hit me, a little switch in my brain flipped, and I realized I came to this island to get resources. Like logs and leaves and rocks. And in the end, I ended up killing 3 entire sharks, cleansing the waters around this island. And it's not even my home. I'm going back to my island, which still has sharks. I have never been more sidetracked in my entire life. Wait. Hey, wait. Where's my raft at? Wait. Hey, wait. No. No. Where's my raft at? No. Anyways, like I was saying, the whole reason I came to this island was to get resources. And so, incredibly sidetracked, I finally ended up spending a little bit of time to get some resources. Now, one thing I did to make things right was I kind of released the giant, whatever they're called, the giant groupers back into the water so they could be free and happy. That's perfect. Now, once I got everything packed up, I decided I would have to swim back to my island because I don't want to make another raft. So I decided to take the hammerhead shark with me because he was my first kill, and then I swam back to my island. Oh, hey, is this your cousin? I hope you're not too mad at me. Once home, I finally unloaded all of my stuff and named the hammerhead shark Alexander because, why not? Now, I just need to go grab the other 2, but that will have to wait until next time. Thank you so much for watching, my friend. Please make sure to subscribe because I am not done with this series. Also, give me some name ideas for these sharks because I'm not the best with names. So, with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.